Hello, my name is Marco. I am 18 years old and I have built my dream physique. Now, I'm going to talk to you today about how to cheat on your diet, which is a very weird kind of question in the fitness community, and certainly a weird question here as well. So, how do you go about this? And isn't the common advice just to not have cheat meals altogether? Well, where I fall on that is a little in between everything. You see, there is not exactly a cheat meal you can make, but rather a lot of cheat meals. And it is in the weird gray area of creating healthy alternatives. Now, what this means is make your cheat meal feel like a cheat meal, but at the same time, not be a cheat meal. And this is something that has worked wonders for me because when you fall, right? Let's say that you really just want to crash out, right? Like you have been eating just chicken and rice for a week straight and it is getting on your nerves. You cannot take it anymore. You need something sweet. Imagine you are at this breaking point where originally you would have bought like, I don't know, a dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts. But this time around, all you do is you just grab your Premier chocolate protein powder and then drink a protein shake because it tastes sweet. Imagine your cheat meal, the thing that satiates your diet, the thing that satiates your soul on a diet, being the chocolate protein powder from Premier Protein. This isn't sponsored, by the way, but I just really like their protein powder. The point is here, if you create healthy alternatives that are delicious, or even just purchase them, look up the most tasty protein powder. Forget the, the optimization of the protein powder. Look up the tastiest one. And guess what? It is so much healthier than chocolate milk. It is so much healthier than going out to get Krispy Kreme donuts. And when you cheat on your meal with something that gives you fucking protein, you're going to be looking pretty good on your journey, man. Because you're going to cheat on your diet. You're going to be like, oh my God, that was so thick. It was such a thick, by the way, you can make it with milk and make it even thicker. That was such a thick, like a smoothie, right? Like, I'm completely satiated. I'm good to go for the diet and keep going. So it satiates your side of yourself that needed something sweet. But at the same time, you're still on the track for your goals. So it's a pretty good alternative for, cheating on your diet. So that's why I say cheat on your diet, because you're not quite cheating on it. You are creating an alternative that betters your goals and makes sure that you can get what you need to get done, right? Now, my second thing that could help you cheat on your diet is to prepare recipes. Now, think about this. What is the main appeal of the Hot Pocket? I know this is a really weird question, but what is the main appeal of the Hot Pocket? The Hot Pocket is something that you just have in your fridge, right? Or the frozen pizza bites. You grab it out of your fridge, you put it in the microwave or in the little conventional oven, and you put it in there for like 1 or 2 minutes and it's ready. That's why it's nice, because you don't need to cook, you don't need to do anything. You just pop it out, put it in the oven, boom, it's done in seconds. So if that's the appeal for this kind of food, why not? This is bright as shit. Let me close this shit. Yeah, no, that was that shit bright. It's still bright, but whatever. The appeal there of the Hot Pocket bites is Hot Pocket bites. You haven't had them in a while, which is a flex, by the way. But the appeal of the Hot Pocket bites is it's quick. So why don't you prepare something that is healthy, delicious, and it's quick for you to heat up or eat again. Something I like doing is like protein overnight oats, and it's like, by the way, I'm making a product to like share all these recipes, all my nutrition advice, all my training advice, and it will be out soon. So if you would like to see that, please let me know. Yeah, but I am working on something like that where you can get it for yourself. Regardless, something like protein overnight oats is something you can do pretty easily. 30 grams of protein, about like 500 calories. It'll get you going right in the morning. It's delicious, has vanilla protein, the oats, all the fruit stuff. It tastes really good. And you just put it in your fridge overnight. You can make 7 of them at a time, and you just eat them whenever you want. It doesn't have to be in the morning. Like it could just be whenever you want. And it will really satiate that like lazy side of you, because everybody needs a lazy food every here and then, right? It's kind of what makes us actually cheat on our diets. You notice you'll be very consistent. I made a video about perfection earlier this week, where we expect ourselves to be perfect, to cook the chicken and rice, to cook the perfect protein meal in like 1 hour of our time, and do that every single time. It's unrealistic standard. It is, because every day is not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do that every day. You need some cheaper, lazier alternatives. And that's where this comes in, right? You can absolutely be lazy on those days and get all your goals in, which is really important to account for human error, right? Because we are humans. We mess up all the time, right? Second thing, or third thing actually, and this one's a little more controversial, which is why I left it for last. Use zero sugar. Now, I'm sure you know what this means. I am an advocate for Diet Cokes, for Coke Zero, for 0-calorie sweeteners, because they make a difference. Now, I'm not going to say chug 0-calorie sweeteners, because obviously there are some downsides to that. It's obviously not better than water. I wouldn't make that argument either. But all the bad things it has are kind of manageable. And if you eat it in moderation, drink it in moderation, it can really help you keep on track on your goals, right? Because it's something that, it's not a big commitment. Drinking a Coke Zero, because it has 0 calories and all the different chemicals in it have been very much researched, and the literature is pretty split, but we have seen so many people lose weight simply doing the switch from normal soda to 0-calorie soda. We have seen people make massive amounts of weight loss just on that switch alone. So it's pretty impressive to me. That's something that we've seen have crazy results like that just from making that switch alone. To me, I think it's worth it, because you are satiating your sugar cravings, right? There's a reason every gym bro has this in their fridge, right? Like, it satiates your sugar cravings, very similar to the cheat meal that I was describing earlier, the cheat meal. And it satiates your cravings, absolutely, but it also isn't that bad for you, right? And especially in moderation, if you have it here and then, like you get a 6-pack a week and you just have it like, I don't know, for 2 weeks, that's great. And you're gonna be losing weight, you're gonna be doing all the great things, right? And additionally, it tastes fucking awesome. Like, if you've ever had like 0-calorie soda, I think it actually tastes better than the original. So it's like, it's a win-win in every single form. It's just, literature is very split, and you need to do a lot of research. If you don't believe me, a lot of the top end fitness influencers right now are siding with 0-calorie soda. People like Mike Israetel, people like Jeff Nippard have said multiple times that it's great for satiating your sugar craving needs, and it does its job without sacrificing too much gains. So regardless, you make the decision on your own. This is just some tips that I've seen that have helped me and have helped tons of people on their journey. I think if I were to sum up this video in a couple words, it would be, if you fall, make sure you don't fall on your face. At least fall on your knee. That is what these tips do, right? Because we're going to mess up. We're humans, right? You cannot account for perfection because we are not perfect, all right? There's a reason these gym bros have all these different things in their fridge, okay? Jeff Nippard buys Eggo waffles. He buys low-calorie Lego Eggo waffles, all right? Why? Because he's human too. And he wants dessert. He wants a sweet treat, okay? When you get that sweet treat craving, all right, it's not just you. Everybody gets that. And everybody in the fitness community is the same way. They try to find alternatives so that when we fall, we don't fall on our face, we fall on our knee so we can get back up easier. All right? That is the goal here. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Have a good one. Stay consistent. It's a good tip for today.